Professor Pendark, what is your worst impression?
That would be Keanu Reeves showing up at the Rock as Sean Connery stands on the roof.
Okay.
So it'd be like this. Welcome to the Rock. Your ass is mine, bitch. Whoa. That's pretty much
Hell
it.
yeah! That's awesome. Is that all of them?
Oh, I've got a Patrick Stewart. That's mostly about the face.
Okay.
You know?
Let her rip.
All right.
Let her rip.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Make it so, number one. That's pretty much it.
Do you want to do another one?
Oh, that's pretty much got it.
That's good. That's good.
I see you have chosen the right path. Henceforth, you will be known as a WIMP. Welcome to the Worst Impressions Podcast. There's something strange in here. What's the deal with WIMPs? WIMPs, grilled onions, pepper jack cheese, and your own WIMP Nation.
Oh, welcome to Worst Impressions, everybody. I am your host, Erik Anderson, and we got a real magical episode for you tonight. Today, whenever you're listening to this podcast, welcome to Worst Impressions, Professor Pendark.
Howdy. How are you?
They're not done. They're not. No, we'll do another. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Professor.
Well, that's the most applause I've gotten in years. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I know it's more. Yeah, I sit in here alone in the dark and just play this button all night long. It fixes me sometimes when I'm.
You know, I can. There's something about your studio, just something about the whole setup, and the fact that there are exactly a dozen lights in your entire friggin' neighborhood.
Oh, right.
I kind of get this whole vibe. You know, I'm just saying.
That I was going to abduct you.
There's like, you know.
I've collected my magician.
You know, I was afraid I was going to show up and there's a glass case in the corner, you know, whips hanging on the walls and shit, you know.
Dude, I wish. Oh man, I gotta get some more gear. Do you have a gear? Do you have a gear guy? Do you have a? Where do you get all that stuff you use?
I do, but I tend to not advertise them because it's a little it's a little over the top. Let's just say
what the hell do you mean it's over the top?
Well, okay, let's just say it's the last one of its kind in the downtown area of I-35. Everyone will know which one I'm talking about.
Interesting. Oh.
With that description, everyone will know what I'm talking about. But they are seriously. You've seen my escapes and stuff.
I have
the ropes that I use. That's where they all come from.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Okay, all right. We gotta introduce you to WIMP Nation.
Okay.
WIMP. Oh, first of all, amazing impressions. By the way, you kind of came in and just kind of knocked him. Like I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's pretty good.
Well,
dude.
I've actually been toying with them for a while.
Hell yeah, dude.
Especially the Keanu.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I know kung fu. You know.
You're a natural performer. And okay, so I'm going to tell everybody how I know you.
Mm.
I was randomly recruited to do a variety magic show, kind of open up with some comedy, and they said there's going to be a magician there. I was like, okay, and I get to go there and I meet you, and I was blown away. I was like, look at this guy, dude! What the hell? And we do like a family friendly show at the beginning. And I was like, you kind of do the stuff.
Which was actually the bigger pain in the ass for me doing the family-friendly stuff.
Like
if you've ever seen me at all, you know, like the family-friendly stuff is like there's this filter over my face that's like,
You're-
I'm behind the filter. You can almost hear me whisper every 5 minutes, just to get it out.
But so we go through that. We're both like painfully trying to get through this, like, family friendly show, like holding back, all of our
We
F's.
pulled it off though. We actually pulled.
We
it off.
did pull it up. I agree. But then I thought, like, I'm backstage and you're just like, time to get ready for the adults. And I just like see you fully transform and like pull out all of these gizmos and gadgets. And I was like, holy shit.
It's like two different individuals. Like, it's like taking, I don't know, let's say, this is a dated reference on both hands.
Oh,
Okay.
please.
This is like taking Howdy Doody
Oh.
and putting him
Okay.
in the same room as Krusty the Clown.
Okay.
It's like two different guys.
Aha!
You watched it happen, right? Like
Yeah.
I changed my vest and I was like, ha ha!
Yeah. Look at this. I'm on swords.
Oh, whoops! Better zip that up.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, what is your origin story, Professor Pendark?
Okay, professor is an honorary title. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
I'm not actually a professor of anything except smartassery. But Pendark comes from a time in my life. I was 22. And I was at a point in my life. I had already been through what was technically my first divorce.
Okay.
Because at 19, there's only one fucking reason to get married, right? We all know that.
All right.
It's to hang on to your first piece. We all know what I'm saying. Okay. And I did, and it was a bad mistake. And
was that your introduction to bondage?
no, that came later.
Okay.
That came on the rebound. I'll tell you that story too if you want to know.
Sure,
But-
please.
But I was at the end of my first marriage. She had left me. I didn't have any damn clue where I was.
Let's bring her in. We've got her in the other room.
Nobody wants to see that. Trust me. I'm at the lowest in my life at that point. At that point was
Okay.
the lowest in my life.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
And
Good that it's not your lowest point now.
No.
Yeah. Good. We're good.
well, I'm 54. There've been many.
Thank
but,
God. Okay.
If you can't have some of this shit going on by the time you're
Understood.
50, it's like
Yes.
All right. So anyway, I had finished this divorce with this girl, and then I was like at the point where, for some fucking reason, I got in a fight with this dude that was like supposedly Mexican mafia or something. I don't know. I was getting in fights. I was like, I was that guy. I was
Yeah.
like evil, mean, rotten.
I used to run with the Mexican mafia.
Really.
Continue. Continue.
Really? Because you might
I'm
know
not-
the guy.
I'm not gonna speak on it.
Well, you might. In that case, well, no. If you weren't around Utah, you wouldn't have known the guy. But there was a guy, supposedly Mexican mafia, kept threatening to kick my
Sure.
ass, whatever. We kept trying to get in these. I wasn't even in a gang, and somehow I was getting in fucking gang fights. I don't know how to.
Damn.
My
dude.
mom was pulling me aside and like, no, you can't live like this, right?
Yeah. Good. Yeah,
So-
okay.
This lady comes along, and I was to the point where I was just sick of life, and I was like, I'll just say it, gun to the temple. I was ready for it.
Holy shit.
And this lady comes along, and her name was Sydney, and she ran a haunted house in Utah, and it was called Rocky Point Haunted House. And she gave me an opportunity to become a character actor and to learn special effects makeup.
Okay.
And it kind of pulled me out of that zone where I started to, hey, okay, I can learn how to do shit. I can actually, right? Kind of pulled me out of that zone. Well, I had been in and out of magic up to that point because the guy, told you that story so I can tell you this one.
Yeah.
The guy that actually taught me magic was a guy by the name of Philip the Great. He came and he was a member of our church. I was in Utah, so you know which church.
Nice.
And he was a member of our church,
Sure.
and you can tell me that story later.
I used to run with that mafia too.
Oh, believe me. Oh, there I have stories that someday. Okay. But he came in, and I was a fat, stammering kid. At the age of, I think I was 12 or 13. And he came in and did a magic show for the church. And, you wouldn't think, but he did. He came in and entertained. And I was just like awestruck. I was like, this is so cool.
Okay.
How do you do that stuff? How do you do that?
Yeah.
And he's like, you really want to learn? I said, yeah. Well, so because he was a member of the same church, he calls my parents up a week later and says, he wants to learn how to do this. Is it okay if I teach him some stuff? And they said, yeah. And I ended up learning all of the basics of magic from him by the time I was 14.
Wow.
And I enjoyed it, and I was kind of slipping in and out of it because I couldn't find more than school assembly where everybody's an asshole and laughs at you anyway.
Sure. Sure.
I couldn't.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't find more than that, right? So I was kind of in and out of it for a while, and that was some of the depression. Was with the marriage. She kind of took some of that away from me. Oh, and there's another story there. I had the original vinyl of Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Whoa.
And that bitch. I'm just going to say it. That bitch broke my vinyl record in half because she was pissed at me one day. So I kicked her whole fucking record player across the street. Anyway, that tells you how fucking low it was, right? That tells you how low
Sure.
that period was in my life. So Sydney comes along, and she gives me this opportunity to become this character actor. And that's kind of where Pendark comes from, okay? So I became this character. I was the very first character I played for her because I've always had kind of this mildly hairy, medium build, right? And I was prematurely going bald by the time I was 25. But anyway, I've always had this kind of general physique and look.
Sure, yeah.
And so the very first character she had me play was the torture master in the dungeon of her haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into it. And there was this persona that came over me, and she saw it. And she's like, you know that's who you are, right? And I said, what do you mean? She said, that leather vest, those boots, and that whip in your hand, that's who you are.
The whip.
Yeah. I had the whole character. I had the whole persona. Now, at one time, she got some complaints, so we replaced the whip with a chainsaw. Yeah. That shit was fun. That shit was fun. You come into my dungeon, and I'm like, kneel. All right. Anyway.
The whip is a lot. We're gonna
replace it with a chainsaw. Oh, that was a fun year. I'll tell you what.
The whip is a lot.
And then I think my favorite one of that character was we did the. You remember the old Batman, the 80s Batman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
The Neon Punks.
Mm-hmm.
We did the Neon Punks, and my favorite one was I was neon faced, sitting on a motorcycle, and they had it rigged up so that when they came in the room, there was a sensor.
Okay.
Right? So they came in the room, and this motorcycle revs. Right? Ooh. And I climb off this motorcycle and pull out this whip.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I cannot tell you, because I've forgotten how many girls pissed the floor.
Yeah.
Because I came climbing off that motorcycle with a whip.
That's terrifying, dude.
Okay. Oh. And so at that point, that's really when Pendark was born. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you think of Pendark like Pendragon, like Arthur was Pendragon, which translates in the old language of the dragon. Okay. Sure. So Pendark was of the dark. He was my dark passenger to use the Dexter, right? Yeah. He was my dark passenger. And I would become him whenever I needed to express. Okay. And I still do, although now he's a little more mature and he's got a couple more filters than he used to have.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
So I still become him when I need to express. Pendark is my artistic expression.
That's awesome.
Okay. So that's where he comes from. Now, the Professor was when I was one of my first gigs coming to Texas. I came to Texas in 2001. And one of my first gigs coming to Texas, I was working at Dime Museum. Everybody knows the name of it. It's the Museum of the Weird on 6th Street.
Oh, okay. Is it Madam? No.
No, it's the Museum of the Weird, and it was attached to a little novelty shop called the Lucky Lizard.
Okay. It's been a while.
And I don't know,
It's
and it's been a while since I've been there because
Yeah.
it was one of my first gigs coming here. But I was performing what I call a pseudo psychic routine. Okay, so Pendark was doing the dark wizard bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would purposely affect the voice,
Ooh.
right? So
Yeah.
I'd be talking to people, and I'd be turning over cards, gypsy style,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, what is it you want to know? What is it you want to find out? Right?
Yeah.
And I had this one lady come in from one of the bars up the street, and she's obviously standing with a guy she just met, right? You can tell their whole body language, right? Anybody who's ever been involved at all with stage reading, like reading your audience,
Yeah.
you can automatically
tell.
see, you can
Yeah.
tell, right?
Sure.
So they come in and they're like barely touching each other, but doing the little, I call it fiddle fingers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, fingering. It's like
They're doing the little fiddle fingers on each other, like, you can tell they just met. Anyway, and she's got D cups, right?
Big naturals.
Right.
Huge
She's got
naturals.
D cups.
Hell yeah.
And they're covered in fucking glitter. So naturally, what's my first move? I look at him and I look at him, right? I look at him and I go, would you like me to tell her fortune? And he goes, oh, hell yeah. And he automatically whips out a $20 bill and sticks in my tin. I'm like, you got it. And I turned to her and I said, and she's obviously like half crocked at this point, right? She's tipsy. They just came from the bar.
Yeah.
And I turned to her and I go, you really enjoy being the center of attention, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. And I looked at her and I said, you just met him, didn't you? She goes, yeah. And I said, you plan to blow him later, don't you? I couldn't help it. It came out. And she looks at me and she goes, well, I was gonna, but thanks for telling my whole fucking life, Professor. And she slams her fist on the table. She slams her fist on the table. Thanks for telling my whole fucking life, Professor. And I went, Professor, I think I'll keep that.
Oh, that just came out?
It came out of her. And I'm like, well, shit, if they're going to call me that, I might as well keep it.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
That's
I am
awesome.
Professor Pendark as of 2005. God, I'm trying to remember. That was like 2005.
In this plane of his existence,
right.
2005. But
Right.
in the greater planes of
I
existence,
was already
always there. You've
it was
always been there.
It's always been there. So
The origins of Professor Pendark.
So all of that to come around to, I'm going to show you a couple things real quick.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Here we go.
All right. Let me bring this over here with me.
Lay it on me.
All right. So right here in this box,
Okay.
I have a symbol, a message that I'm going to project to you as we speak. All right.
Okay.
And right here, kind of show these to you and to the camera. Right here, what I've got are some cards that are used to tell fortunes and to test psychic ability.
Okay.
All right. And we are going to do a little bit of that right now. Okay. Now you can see what the symbols are. There's an hourglass, there's a tree, there's an eyeball, there's a key, there's a heart, and there's some money. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these out here so everybody can see. As an old English friend of mine who was also a magician used to say, so you can see there's no jiggery pokery. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to hold them out here so everybody can see them. All right.
All right.
So all I want you to do is name 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to name 4 of the 6.
Cash.
Okay.
Heart.
Okay.
We'll go hourglass.
Okay.
We'll do tree.
Okay. Now you've done something very interesting. As I fully expected, you have actually taken the message that I've been sending. Okay.
I bet you. Yeah. Okay.
And you've left yourself with two choices. Now, this is where it's going to get kind of interesting. I'm not even going to show you the two choices anymore. Okay?
Okay.
I think if you knew what all the cards were at the beginning, you probably know what the two choices are. But
Yeah.
but given that I know you have a short-term memory issue, we're going to assume that you don't remember.
Okay.
Okay? And we're going to take these two, and I'm very simply going to hold one to my left and one to my right. And all I want you to do is choose one like before.
I just need to choose one.
Choose one. My right or my left?
Oh, choosing left or right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Just like before. We're going to set down the one that you chose. Now we're going to see if you have been catching the message I've been sending. Okay? At the same time as I flip this over for everybody to see, I want you to open up and show them what's in that box.
Okay.
Ready? Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
No fucking way, dude.
All right. Now,
Okay, for those listening at home, the card was a key and there was a key in the box.
okay.
Holy shit.
So that is one of my all-time favorites. All right. Now, anybody that knows magic and mentalism at all probably knows how that's done.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
It's not okay. But it is based on an old principle. It is based on an old principle that has been used by magicians for years.
Okay.
Okay. And the stuff, this goes back to the original story, the origin story. The stuff that I was using with her goes back to a similar set of principles, stuff that they've used for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's fun about it is I incorporate a lot of stuff together that most magicians think I'm an asshole for incorporating together.
Mm.
I do the escapes, I do the mind reading, I do the close-up magic, I do the cards.
Right.
Right,
Yeah, you do
because
it all
you have some who specialize in one or the other.
pure
right.
Like, we only do one of those.
Right.
Okay.
You have your purists, right?
Sure.
And then the thing, I keep bumping the microphone.
No
sorry.
worries. Yeah. You can pull it backwards if you like. There you go.
There, how's that?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
A little better. Okay. So you have your purists that do one or the other. They don't like to mix the stuff,
Mhm.
particularly not the mentalism and the magic, because you have the ones that, and I'm going to say it out loud. You have the ones that claim to be psychic, right? The ones that claim to have supernatural powers.
What the hell?
What I know, big
fuck?
revelation, right?
Holy shit.
They get pissy when you add the magic tricks to that.
Mm.
Particularly if you do card tricks and then you turn around and you do a mentalism with cards. That's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know. But then I turn around and throw in a Houdini chain escape,
Yeah.
right?
You sure do. Like
then-
for those that haven't seen his act, like holy shit.
And then on the extreme end, I'll pull out the sideshow stuff. And the reason is, to me, okay, I'm going to give you my reasoning that most magicians won't accept. Okay? My reasoning is it's all related. There is no part of what I do that's not somehow related.
Right.
Okay? You can take, for instance, your wushu masters who do the bending of the spear or the breaking of the bricks or
Okay.
you take that stuff. Every bit of that, and I know this because I was also a martial artist for a short time, every bit of that has a secret. Every bit of that has a way that it's done. Okay? Now, I just pissed off a whole bunch of martial artists, and I'm going to have to watch my back. But particularly like when you see them break through 10 or 12 boards at the same time,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. There's a way to make that happen.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It doesn't make it less impressive. That's
Mhm.
my opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it less impressive that there's a method, right?
Yeah. No, it does. No, it's
Okay.
Some ways
So
it's more impressive.
to me, you come across to the Eastern Bed of Nails, which I also do. You haven't had a chance to see that yet, but I also do that.
No
So you come across to the Eastern Bed of Nails, and then you take that principle and you add to it the snapping the mouse traps on your flesh,
Yeah.
and you add to it the walking on glass, or
Mhm.
the one that you did see me do, the walking on swords.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
That stuff all has a secret. It all has a way that it's done,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not far different than the secrets of a magician. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, having said that, I just pissed a bunch of people off. But
You're pissing everybody off, dude.
the fact is tough shit. Because the fact that I know that all of this stuff has methods, all of this stuff has secrets, to me, when I'm on stage, in that Pendark persona, when I suddenly put on that,
The
right?
aura. Yeah.
when I put on the aura and I suddenly become Pendark, all of that stuff becomes interrelated because Pendark does all of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't make sense to get pissed off. I mean, prime example, I don't care for him, mostly because he has the fucking hair, but Chris Angel.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like one of my next questions.
Okay.
is just like, do you like Chris Angel, Mind Freak?
Okay. Oh, I was reading your mind.
Yeah, I was
that.
like, what the fuck? First the key, now this.
All right.
Holy
So I appreciate what he does, and I
Mhm.
like what he does on the level of, to me, what he does is sideshow. It's not magic.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
But I'm an outsider,
Right.
You know.
He does the mentalism, the mind reading, the ghost stuff.
Yes.
And to me, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
It's great. It all has it. To me, it's the same kind of performance. His manner, his being annoys the shit out of me. I can't.
I am a mind freak.
Right.
Mind freak.
Right. It's like the difference. And okay, this relates to me being 54 years old. Okay, it's like the difference between, say, Kiss and Gwar. We all know what I'm saying, right?
Gwar is like they're really intense.
Right. Gwar is like we are pushing so hard
Yes.
to show this image. Or the other one, in my opinion, I know there's a lot of people that love them. My opinion, Insane Clown Posse.
ICP. Yes.
They bugged the shit out of me. Okay. I'm just going to say it.
You mean you're not a juggalo?
Oh, I am not. Oh, no, I am not.
Dude, we're about to
Okay.
rip some Faygo 2 liters after this, brother.
I'm telling you. Now, the reason they bug me is because they know goddamn good and well Kiss came first.
Yeah.
They know damn well they're doing the same thing.
Sure.
All right. It's like, okay, I'm dropping all these names. I'm probably gonna get sued. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's like, as a performer, the difference, and again, this has to do with being 54 years of age.
Okay.
The difference between Alice Cooper and Lady Gaga. She's doing the exact same kind of stage show
Sure.
with the blood and the gore and the right,
The meat suit.
the meat suit, the
Yeah.
guillotine. It's the
Okay.
exact same kind of stage show.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, she's got a voice that I don't hate.
Yeah, no, it's like Lady.
Okay, she's got a voice.
Lady Gaga is,
All right.
is incredible.
But I look at her act, right? What she has built around the music,
Right.
and
the
it's
act.
the exact
Sure.
same act as Alice Cooper. The very first time I ever saw Alice Cooper, he did the whole thing, and I will tell you, I know how it's done. but I'm not going to tell you how it's done.
Okay.
He did the whole thing where he had his head cut off with a guillotine, and they took his head over and set it on a table, and then it started singing on the table.
Oh,
He did this whole thing. It was like one of the most amazing shows I've ever seen. But
Wow.
I was high, so
Sure.
it might have sucked, and I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But to me, that kind of performance, that level of performance is Pendark, right?
Okay.
I prefer that dark, weird,
Yeah.
crazy shit to the whole. And again, I shouldn't diss on Chris. I really shouldn't, because he's probably gonna sue me. But
I am.
and he doesn't even know who the fuck
freak.
I am, so I don't care.
he listens to the pod. I promise.
Right.
I've reached him.
You know, but to me, it's like he's got this whole arrogance, and this whole. Dude,
Yeah,
this
he's
whole-
just trying to be sexy. Like
Yeah,
he's just
he-
like, I'm so sexy, and
you
I
know,
do this magic.
and you know, there's a place for that in some audiences,
Mhm.
but I think for me, the audience is, I don't want to say interchangeable. That's not what I mean. It's the audience can be in an open air market one week and then on a stage in a theater the next. Right?
Yeah, right.
For me, I can adapt from one place to the other. Whereas you get a Chris Angel, the stuff that he does is good. It's
Yeah.
great. Like the very first thing I ever saw him do was the thing where supposedly out in the middle of a park, he cuts the lady in half and her two halves crawl away from each other, or some weird shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Anybody that's ever seen him has probably seen that clip.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I know how that's done,
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
but
Fair enough.
rather than tell you how that's done, I'm going to tell you that he takes that shit to the look how fucking awesome I am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? As opposed to you've seen how I prefer to perform, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I prefer to be the humble, dark, introspective,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because to me, that's where the professor side comes in, right?
Right.
Like I'm able to get out there and show them a Houdini escape and say, instead of hiding in a box, let you watch this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to me, it's more important to be able to have that close interaction, that one-on-one kind of thing,
Yeah.
than to have my shit so open and guarded on a stage
Mm-hmm.
that nobody can approach me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of performers are that way. Even your mentalists or your close-up magicians now, the ones you see on AGT or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that if it wasn't for that stage, they might not have the presence.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I guess what you're saying, yeah, there's different, because with every magician or with every performer, everybody's gonna have, whether they like it or not, a shtick. Like
Right.
some things, there's gonna have a shtick. Whether they try, some people try so hard, it's like, oh, I have no shtick. Like, you have one. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Everybody you naturally
Right.
will have something. And yeah, Chris Angels is pretty lame. And but I will say, to his defense, like getting it on TV to where a kid like me could see it,
Right.
that definitely, like, because my introduction to magic in general was definitely like that late night masked magician that would like debunk.
Right.
I don't know who that ended up being, or if it was multiple performers or what.
There were a couple different guys behind it.
Sure. I figured, but like that Mind Freak and then Penn and Teller
Right.
was basically,
Right.
my introduction, just my generation. I could see that on TV and absorb it and appreciate magic.
Right. And
You know?
Right. And that's where a lot of the audience is for me now.
Right.
And that's why I don't mind doing the, hey, here's how I think Houdini did this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because to me, you've already seen, and I'm just gonna say it. Okay, he kind of pissed me off. The masked magician asshole. You've already seen this guy, right?
Yeah.
And what's funny is some of the stuff that he debunked in his series,
Mm-hmm.
I still perform to this day.
Hell yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because there are a lot of adults that look at that and go, I know how that's done, but wow, you did that pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And young families, and this is where we talk about the G-rated show, right?
Mhm.
The G-rated show comes in when I get the opportunity, like at the open air markets or something, to perform one of the, I call them the kiddie classics, like the ancient, like the coloring book or the magic wand that changes colors,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
the disappearing handkerchief, right?
Yeah,
Everybody fucking knows how it's done.
But everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it, and they love it more
Yeah.
when they are two young parents with a toddler,
Mm-hmm.
and that toddler is watching what I do with this just completely fascinated look on their face.
Yeah.
And when I can do like the sponge balls, everybody knows at this point in history, everybody knows what the fucking French drop is. Everybody knows how that vanish works.
Right.
Okay, it's a basic. Everybody does it, right? It's the first vanish you ever learn.
But we still love seeing it.
Right, but you love seeing somebody that knows how to do it.
Yeah.
And when I get down on my knees at a kid's level, and their parents are watching me from above, and I know damn well my angles suck because the parents are above me, right? And I'm right here in front of the kid, and I'm doing the French drop,
Yeah.
right? And I turn around and I point, and the kid's eyes go right there, and the parents start to giggle
Yeah.
because they know.
They
right?
know. Yeah.
The kid's eyes go right there, and I go, "Did you see it go?" Right? And as soon as I do that part, and you see this toddler just light up with,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And the parents, 100% of the time, whether they saw it happen, whether they know how it happened or not, 100% of the time, those parents will play along because they are vicariously experiencing the joy of that child.
Hell yeah, dude. It's awesome.
And that to me is where it's at, right?
It's
I
awesome.
would rather perform for an audience of one toddler to get that reaction than 100 people, 1,000 people in a stadium,
Yeah.
right? And get that little bit of,
Where they're just like, oh yeah, sure.
okay, yeah, magician, okay.
You are
Right.
you are touching on a thing that, and we don't have to go down it, but it's like the I don't know, pessimism of just like modern audiences. I don't
Mhm.
I don't know, what your experience is with that, and everybody wanting, being on their phones while you're performing. I don't know.
That happens.
Yeah.
That happens, especially in like an open air market. Like
Yeah.
you can't avoid
You
that.
keep saying open air market. So for those that are listening, you where can they
Okay.
see you perform?
The place they can see me every month, and it varies, so you'll have to go out to their website to see it. Skellington Curiosities. I have been with them for 6 years now.
That's for our Waco listeners. They're Skellington Curiosities. It's like, how would you describe it? It's like they got oddities and
Yeah,
like
it's
all
like
kinds
it's
of,
like every kind of oddity. They have like everything from the wet jars that you'd see in a sideshow on down to like they have Ouija boards, tarot cards. Okay, ignore
They
that
got
if you hate it.
They
But
got lingerie.
but they have. She makes some of the most amazing shit I have ever seen in my life.
It's pretty nice.
And at the age of 54, I am just like looking at the mannequin like I really should not be staring at this. Why am I? But they do that, and they also print their own T-shirts, and they do all kinds of cool stuff. They are again an opportunity that I picked up from a friend that had worked with me over at the Museum of the Weird, and she saw me kind of take a dip, right? Like I wasn't getting gigs, and I was kind of getting depressed, and I was kind of losing my rhythm, losing my shit.
Yeah.
And she came along and said, "Hey, these people are opening up this shop over in Waco. You should go talk to them."
That's awesome.
And so I went over and talked to them, and first couple of years, we were kind of growing with it, trying to figure out exactly what was going to happen with it.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of weird shit, just like he started off with like this whole circus tent set up, and in the summertime, there was nobody walking in that circus tent because it was 90 fucking degrees in there. There was just no way they were going to stand there for 10 minutes and watch me do magic.
Right.
And that was kind of a growing place. And now we're at their new location, and go to skellingtoncuriosities.com and look them up.
Yeah, but believe it's on Hewitt Drive.
Yes, Hewitt Drive.
And we'll throw some links in the show notes for where you can find Professor Pendark.
I am there. Yeah. I am there at their. They call it their Skellington Curiosities monthly market and sideshow.
Nice.
Now, I have performed with other performers there in the sideshow, but for the most part, here comes the ego. For the most part, I am sideshow.
You are.
I am the sideshow. All right, because I'm the one that's been consistent, like every month, always there. Right.
Right.
And
that's awesome.
I'll turn around and MC for whoever wants to show up and do spots with me. And I've had like all kinds of different local performers, had musicians, I've had other magicians, I've had I can't even remember his name at this point. I've had kind of a clown guy show up and do his thing.
Oh, nice.
I've had, and then whenever they have, like December, y'all need to look this one up. In December, they're going to do one. They're actually going to have both Santa and Krampus there.
Oh, wow. Santa and Krampus?
Yeah,
all
so
right.
they're both going to be there hanging out with
fighting
me.
each other?
You know, they're both going to be there hanging out with me and taking pictures and stuff. So that'll be cool.
That's awesome.
I'm going to have fun at that one because December around here is actually the first actual cold weather month that we get here in
You're
Texas.
not just like baking
Right.
at these markets, just like
Right.
But I guess that sweat helps you get in and out of those.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If you ever see me do the big chain escapes, and I'm doing in the middle of summertime, oh, the sweat helps. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
the sweat helps. I'm like,
I'm buttered up, brother. I'm slipping all through this thing. Do you mind if I ask you sexual questions?
Sure, why not? I mean, I haven't,
Here we go. I saw your package in your show, package meaning your penis outline.
Quite accidentally.
Well, yes, because you get tied up by your audience.
Uh-huh.
And Jesus Christ, brother, that's
well,
that's a
okay.
That's not a little Houdini. That's a fucking all right.
Okay, hold on. Let me say it this way. I have never considered myself like endowed. I'm not fucking John Holmes or anything. But you get a set of ropes or a set of chains, and they are wrapped directly under lefty and righty. And there's this whole anime node thing that happens. Like
everybody in the audience was, whoa, holy, it's like, God damn.
And I was like, I'm just going, I'm looking at the lady that you saw her come up from the audience, and she starts rapping it, and I actually had to like adjust because she was pinching shit. I had to like
pinching Penn and Teller down there,
right? I've got, you need to be careful with the stuff going on there. But I've had a few situations.
Okay, you got to let me know. Okay, tell me about a time because in your act, and I don't want to spill your whole act, but like you asked for volunteers to tie you up,
right,
restrain you, and all this stuff. What do you got?
Okay, well, the weirdest one I ever did was a bachelorette party.
Dude, what?
Okay.
Okay. First, it was a bachelorette party. What could you be? What could you be doing there?
Well, she brings me this box of stuff an hour before the show.
Box of stuff.
Yeah. She says,
Okay.
"Do you have anything that you can produce these from?" And all right, I'm just going to say it. They were dildos. Anyway.
She wanted you to shoot them out of your ass?
No. She's like, "Do you have anywhere you can produce these from?" And I do. I have this. It's a very old piece of magic, and it's called the square and circle. And what it is a box, right? It's this tall box.
Oh, you were gonna make these things appear.
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Okay, gotcha.
So there's this tall box, and you can see through it. And when you lift it up and show the audience it's empty, right? And then inside that box is a can, right? And you take that can out and you show that it's empty, right? And you set it down in there. So you have this box and this can, and you do the whole magical, mystical, wavy thing, right? And I start pulling out dicks.
A box of rubber cocks.
And what I didn't stick around for was the end result. I'm still imagining what the end result must have been. But each of those had a ribbon on it with someone's name. They were the party favors for her fucking bachelorette party.
Everybody gets to go home with...
Everybody got to go home with a dick that I handed them. So that was probably... That was probably the weirdest one I've ever done.
You were delivering pleasure. Oh, my
Yes.
God.
That was probably the weirdest one I've ever done. Now, aside from that, I think the weirdest one I ever did was a kids show, and it was weird on a different level.
Oh,
Because
okay. Hard
they had
turn.
me...
Sure.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you got to do both.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I got to redeem myself a little bit
100%,
now, huh?
sure.
Okay? They dressed me up as fucking Barney, man.
What?
I was dressed up as Barney, and I'm doing the
Really?
I don't even do Barney's voice.
A true
but
performer.
I was doing the laugh, right?
Okay.
Bunch of 9-year-olds. It was one of the one of the last gigs I did in Utah before coming to Texas. And it was a bunch of 9-year-olds, and 9-year-olds suck to begin with. But anyway, there's a whole thing with 9-year-olds and magicians. It's like there's bad history, all right? But
Really?
oh yeah.
It's like an unlucky age?
Oh, there's something that happens to a kid's brain at 9 years old. I know how you did that.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm just like, what I wanted to say was, I don't give a fuck. Shut up and sit down. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I did the Barney and it went, right? So
Damn.
I'm making fucking balloon animals and doing basic magic tricks in these fucking Barney gloves that don't even allow for fingers, right? Because Barney had no fingers.
Yeah, it's just like a pad.
It's like
this.
a
mitt.
yeah, right? So I'm wearing these fucking oven mitts, trying to do magic tricks.
Good Lord.
It was the shittiest show I've ever done in my life. But the mom at the end of that show turns around and said, I shit you not. She turns around, hands me a $50 tip, and goes, thanks for putting up with my little asshole.
She said, I know exactly what I've got.
I know exactly what he did. I know what he was doing to you the whole time.
He sucks.
Yeah.
I hope he grows out of it. He sucks right now.
It's like the Marge Simpson. She goes, and Bart, we love Bart. Hands me a $50 tip, right?
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy, dude.
And those are the two weirdest shows I've ever done in my life.
Okay, that's interesting. Those are the weird. I mean, the Bachelorette one is for sure weird. Barney is a wild turn, but like I'm genuinely surprised because in one of my questions I was like, how weird would you go? Like do you because I mean, some of your act. You could call it BDSM,
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Would you perform for
Now there's
clubs
actually
like the like a
there's
sex
actually
club?
there's actually a tie-in there.
Okay.
Some of what I did in my late 20s and early 30s, the transition that I think Pendark actually kind of evolved out of, and I say evolved out of because I had to.
I had to.
I have done live BDSM demos.
Really?
Like I can the stuff that I do in the escapes,
Yeah.
I can actually teach bondage techniques that allow you to get out in an emergency.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that is some of what's in the back of my head. If anybody ever said, "Hey, do you know how to?" Yes, I do.
I've got you
Right?
covered, saving you one kink at a time.
And it's I've done little stuff like oh God, I'm revealing a lot about my past here.
that's how that's how the podcast game works, and
I have let's just put it this way. I have been on both sides of a flogger, okay? in a demo situation.
Flog is like the
That's the one with the many tails.
and it. Oh God.
Okay, I've been on both ends of that in live demonstration. And I've actually developed. I'm going to be debuting it probably January. I've actually developed a new set of routines about that, where I'm going to have somebody actually take a flogger to me on stage in order to turn around and show my bloody back and reveal the name of a playing card. Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm working on some shit. Yeah.
That's a crazy. That's
Yeah.
like a closer. That sounds. That sounds insane.
That's going to be like the end of a show. Like
Okay.
the
Holy
the big
shit.
climax, so to speak.
Yes, I will be climaxing way before the close.
I'm going to be doing some of that kind of stuff, but that's going to be for the more adult shows. I'm not going to bring those out.
Understood. Don't
right.
worry.
That's not going to be the open air market stuff. All right. For the open air market, though, I'm working on some new mentalism that was actually, well, for me, it's new. It was actually created. It was actually created by a guy named, and you may have seen him on TV back in the day, Max Maven.
No, not
he
too
was
familiar.
He was the one. He always kind of came off as a vampire type character.
Okay.
He had this really long widow's peak because he had this horrible hairline. I mean, he was a great guy.
Sure.
Never met him in person, but I met people that met him, and they always said he was this awesome individual. But he had like this vampire widow's peak thing going on.
Okay.
And the goatee mustache, right?
Sure.
And he would dark character. And he's actually some of where I drew Pendark's persona from.
Yeah.
Because he's got some I finally bought. It was a $120 book that I finally said, you know what? Fuck it, let's get it. All right. So I got this $120 book of his old secrets.
Ooh.
And I'm going through there, and there are some things in there that I really want to play around with and have some fun with, even at the open air markets. Like one of them is a tarot card bit where they can actually take the knife and lay it across certain tarot cards, and the numbers on the top of the tarot cards actually predict the card that they're going to end up on when they cut the deck. Yeah, it's there's all kinds of real cool stuff like that.
Good God. Wow.
That just kind of gives you that's a little teaser, some stuff that I'm working on.
That's really cool.
And I want to get, because I've reached an age. I told you that story so I could tell you this one. I have reached an age. I am 54 now.
You look great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Like, I mean, you go pretty much like you take off a lot of clothes. You look great. Like you're pretty. Jacked.
I try not to advertise it.
Oh, I don't know. Celsius, please sponsor the podcast for the love of God. Please, God.
Oh, okay.
We're done.
In that case,
If we get Celsius and Diet Coke, here we go.
I'm bumping the mic again. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. You're doing great, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank
this is fantastic.
So
I'm learning so much.
So I want to go into a new place because I'm 54 now.
Okay.
And I've reached a place. There is a thing that happens to your body starting about the age, well, for me, it was about the age of 49 is when it started. And it's gotten progressively, like I've had to start doing Tai Chi and stretch bands and shit because your body just starts going, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
49, you said? Oh, I'm racing past.
I'm not, okay. All right. Look, I'm not even going to get into, I'm not trying to insult you, man, but I'm just saying.
I got to get my shit together.
Tai Chi and stretch bands. By the way, they've been advertising these new Tai Chi programs where you actually go out and you just like pay for the app one time and you have like this daily program for Tai Chi.
Nice.
I'm doing one of those.
Okay.
I'm also, except for the fact that I'm so fucking lazy, I'm also trying to do both guitar and piano and add that to what I do.
Oh, wow. Good Lord. Yeah, you kind of do a lot of stuff, dude. You're just a big performer.
Well, I am trying, I have decided that what I really want to be, I want Professor Pendark to be the ultimate Renaissance man. Like, I'm also doing what I call my cartoons and my cartoons on canvas.
Okay.
They are these little mini paintings and little cartoon-based mini paintings that I do that I use as incentives, as tips for my show.
Oh, that's so nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to become the guy, and this is what pisses some magicians off about me, right? Is I'm trying to become the guy that can do a little of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm
Because
with you.
I totally want to be that fucking guy. I want to be the guy that does a little of everything, and I don't give a shit whether you like this thing I did. Hold on, it'll be 5 minutes. I'll be doing another thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can, throughout an entire show, I can do the magic, the mentalism, do the escapes, do the sideshow stuff, maybe pull out the keyboard and play a couple songs.
That's really cool.
Right? I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And the reason is I have hit a place which is the exact opposite of where I was in my 20s. Okay? I've come to realize that when you stop, serenity comes from you stop being angry about what you're not, and you start being grateful for what you are.
Fuck.
Right?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And the more that you can add to what you are, the more you have to be grateful.
Right.
That's some deep shit right there. Ain't
That's pretty great. That's pretty deep. It hits me pretty deep. Because
yeah.
like I'm trying to perform, trying to do, make a podcast.
Right.
Like I know what you're talking about.
Right. And that's where I'm at now. See, in my 20s, I was angry and bitter at everything I wasn't.
The whole time. So I just escaped my 20s like a year ago. So.
Right.
Yeah, 100% the same thing. Yeah,
Right. So
sure.
you get it. You let the critics dictate how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
When you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
And that's why you have so many bitter, angry fucking 20-year-olds, 25 up to 30-year-olds out there on the internet trolling and fighting each other over race, creed, color, religion, politics, sexuality. They're all fighting over this bullshit that doesn't really matter because when a tornado hits, okay, this is another thing. I used to told you that story so I can tell you this one.
Sure.
I used to volunteer for a youth organization called the Young Marines here in Texas.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And if you think of it as Boy Scouts with marching and push-ups. Okay, that's basically what they were.
Okay.
Okay. It was a little more than that, but I'm simplifying. But that's basically ROTC type
Sure.
organization. Okay. I volunteered for them, and one of our projects that we did was when the big tornadoes hit down on the coast. We went down and did cleanup projects. Okay.
Wow.
We volunteered to go down there and do cleanup projects. And I will tell you one thing that pisses me off watching people on TikTok, watching people on Facebook, these videos where they're arguing back and forth and your politics sucks and your sexuality is stupid and your religion doesn't exist, whatever the fuck, right? I'm watching these people and I'm remembering doing my volunteering for the Young Marines. And I was essentially, they gave me the honorary title of chaplain because I was the one that would,
Wow.
lead the evening prayer for the kids that needed it. I was the one that would, and it was an honorary title. I never went to school for it or anything.
Sure. So cool though.
But we went down to the coast to do cleanup, and I watched hundreds of people come together from various walks of life and do this cleanup project, and not one fucking time did I ever hear anybody ask, "Are you Catholic?" "Oh, well then fuck you, clean your own yard." I never heard
Right.
anybody say,
Right.
I never heard anyone say, "Are you gay?" "Oh, well then you can't have any of this food."
Right.
I never heard anybody say, "Oh, you're a Mormon, you can't be here."
Yeah.
Never once. What did we do? We all got together and we were pulling stumps and cleaning people's yards, which, by the way, I remember to this day, that's where I screwed the disc up in my back.
Getting stumps out of
Pulling stumps out during that stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that stuff and I'm going, okay, why is that not the prevailing attitude? Why is it not that when shit happens, we come together? Like, okay, I'm going to do the pitch and some people are going to hate it and fuck you, I don't care. 9/11.
Yeah, that's the one that
That's the one that comes to mind,
comes
right?
to mind every time.
Every
Yeah.
time. 9/11. What did we do? We didn't start this bullshit attacking each other over race, creed, color, religion, politics, sexuality, all of that. We
Right.
did. Some of it existed,
Yeah.
but we didn't do it as a practice. What we did instead is we came together to, in whatever way we do it, pray for and support a nation,
Yeah.
right? And it was the same thing during those storms. I watched Mormons, Catholics, Baptists, you name it, stand together in a prayer circle for the victims of that storm.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. Is I look at this shit now and I'm like, how is it that like your default is to get on and start screaming your head off at somebody about who they voted for, who they sleep with, how is that your default? I don't get that, you know? So I'm in that opposite place because in my 20s, that's where
you were.
I was the
Yeah.
asshole. Okay. I hung out with the goth kids, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, no, go figure, right?
Yeah, is it I wouldn't have guessed.
Big surprise. I hung out. I'm still bumping this thing here.
You're good.
Let me move this around here. How's that? Better?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right. I just want to quit hitting him with my ear.
I know. I'm sorry. More support. We can set up the studio better. Please.
Donations.
In the link tree.
Right. So in my 20s, I was that guy. I was pissed off. I was angry at everything I was not. So automatically, everyone was my bad guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everyone was automatically
If you're not this, then fuck you.
right.
I'm with you.
I was that guy, right?
Yeah.
I was that guy. And I look at that now. I'm, 54, about to be 55 in July. I look at that now and I go, God, you were an asshole.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
and I am seeing these people on the internet now and I'm going, how do you not know you're an asshole?
Right. Right. Yeah. I'm with you. Cause like definitely have had similar journeys on, especially with the if you're not this, then fuck you kind of a
Right.
thing. With me and trying to be funny and comedy or whatever, I really just try to I try to satirize all of it, like both sides, all of
Right.
it, and then obviously from like running a podcast and talking a bunch, my views are going to spill out,
Right.
but there are sometimes when I'm joking that people will be like, well, wait, what do you, because like I'm satirizing all of it. I'm trying to
Right.
just everybody's fair game.
Right.
But I know what you mean. There's a lot of things that work, and that could be an entire podcast with a new title all on its own. Me and you diving into how everything got so divided.
I'll tell you what,
the news cycles pushing everybody apart, yada yada. But alas, your act in your current state, as I've seen it, is awesome. You're an incredible performer. The fact that you came in here, you did it, you had a trick for me, like it's amazing. You had amazing impressions. Like, I don't know. It's cool to know you, dude.
Well, and
it's cool to know you.
And I that's where I am now. Is like when I do these, particularly like with the Skellington gig.
Yeah.
There is nobody that I can't get along with. Does that make sense?
Sure. Okay.
Like I have either performed alongside of, for, or whatever, every possible description of human being.
Yeah.
Okay. From the little kid to here you go. Here's another story of my past. You ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Might as well. What the hell? We've outed everything else. Might as well do this one.
Are we doing good on time?
We're good. Yeah, we're good on time.
We're good on time. Okay, good.
I got another hour where we can record material.
Oh
here,
wow!
so,
Holy shit!
I'm
All right.
good. So one of the gigs that I did, one of the first gigs that I did, I was 19 years old back in Utah. And of all places, Utah,
Yeah.
there was this, I'm just going to say it as I mean it and not care who
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
right? Here we go. There was this incredibly beautiful transgendered Cher impersonator.
Oh, hell
Like
yeah.
she knocked me the fuck out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 19 years old and I'm doing the haunted house thing. And she comes through as a guest of the haunted house. And she looks at me and she goes, that torture matches things. Right?
Yeah.
And I said, and I looked at her because I'd seen her advertisement before.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to tell you her last name. But I said, you're Lady Jasmine.
Mm.
And she said, I am. And I'm using the she because it's
Sure.
appropriate to
Absolutely.
the character. I said, you're Lady Jasmine. And she said, yes, I am.
Yeah.
And I said, you're appearing up at, I can't even remember the name. It was like Confettis or something like that. It was a goth club.
Okay.
And she said, yes, I am. And I said, I'd like to come see you. Because at that time, that was the beginning of my overly open-minded phase of life. We all know what I'm saying, right? I won't tell you all the experiences that came from that phase of my life, but that was the beginning of my overly open-minded phase of life.
Hell yeah.
And I said, I'd like to come see you. And she said, I'll do you one better. She said, I like your look. I said, okay. What? She said, I need a backup singer. I said, what? I don't sing. She said, you don't have to sing. I sing. You dance. I said, I don't dance. She looks at me and she goes, you will.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
And I'm like,
guess you're dancing. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. All right. So anyway, I'm 19. I'm like flabbergasted by this individual, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, show up 8 a.m. tomorrow. We have a rehearsal. I said, okay. And it's my other impression that I've been saving for you. You ready?
Oh, shit. Here we go.
I am in long leather boots. Okay, this gives you the idea, right?
Yeah.
I'm in long leather boots, chinos, and nothing but a leather vest, right?
Oh.
On top.
Oh, damn.
And I'm standing there, it's the beginnings of my man hair coming out, right? I was poking out this leather vest.
Yeah.
And she goes, perfect, you stand to my left. I'm like, alrighty then. And I stood over there, and she says, now all you have to do is follow my lead. You won't have a microphone. All you have to do is follow my lead, shake that tambourine, and shake your shit. That's exactly how she put it.
Shake your shit.
She said, shake your shit and shake that tambourine. That's all you got to do. So I'm standing behind her, and here it comes. Ready? All right, back the microphone up a bit.
Okay.
Here it comes. So I'm standing behind her, and after the rehearsal, I had this down perfect. Well, I was born in the wagon of a traveling show. Mama used to dance for the money they'd throw. Right? And I'm singing behind this spectacularly gorgeous. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
There's a difference.
I know.
Like-
I know.
And I'm just going to say this out loud too, all right?
Go for it.
The ones on TikTok got nothing on her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? I don't even have to finish that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, brother.
like the one, like she, like this whole, and I swear to God, she was 6'8". If she was an inch, she was like huge. Like,
oh yeah, there's something
like-
about
like
a
I'm-
big woman. You're just
like
yeah.
I'm, you know, and she had the whole frame, and it was the Cher frame, but taller. If that
Oh.
gives you the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm standing behind this I'm standing behind this singer looking like a total submissive going, I was born in the wagon of the trap. I'm like, and that was like one of my very first introductions to that kind of performance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden my mind opened up to this place where I don't have to hide. Right. I don't have to be inside myself. I can be weird. I can be flamboyant. I can be extra.
Hell yeah.
As they say now, right?
Hell yeah.
Or
For
as
real.
they said 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up on what they say now, but I can be extra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
6'7", brother. 6'7".
And if you've,
I don't fucking know what that means.
okay, I don't either.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. And my regular night job, okay, my overnight job, which
Yeah.
I'm going to after we're done here. My overnight job, I work in a children's home. I won't say which one because they don't want this tied to that.
Sure. Sure. Absolutely.
But I work in a children's home overnight, which freaks people out to fucking begin with. They're like,
yeah.
"How is this guy?" I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a government. It's a government funded. We're an emergency shelter. It's a thing.
That's amazing.
And I found that job because I was again at a low point. It was the beginning of my current divorce phase. Okay. I was again at a low point. I was struggling to find work. And part of the reason for the divorce was I was struggling to find work. I couldn't get a job beyond like working in a retail, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so I was applying at different places, and I had done a short stint in corrections for youth. I had done that volunteering for the Young Marines. And I went to this place, and this lady, I will tell you this about them. She is one of the most gracious individuals on the planet. She is a former kid from the system, so she
Wow.
knows how the system works.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the name of the place because I'm not sure they want me to advertise in this forum.
Definitely not.
But just incredible. She turned around and she said, your past doesn't matter. She said, your experience, what you can do for me, and the job you do for me is what we're going to focus on. So she gives me this overnight job, which ends up being perfect for the stage stuff because I work 11 p.m. to 9 a.m.
Wow.
4 nights a week, first half of the week, which gives me my Friday, Saturday, Sunday, except for this week because I picked up extra shifts. You're welcome, boss. I picked up extra shifts this week, but normally it's that first 4 days of the week,
Yeah.
Sunday night through Wednesday night.
See, that's really great.
And that gives me my weekends for the shows.
for the gigs, man.
And she purposely did that, right?
That's awesome.
And then she turns around and with all of the new funding that we received and all of that stuff, my salary shot up.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So not only now do I have this job that I enjoy, I can do my shows on the side, and I make enough money that if the shows totally suck, I'm still going to eat.
There you go, dude.
Right?
That's the dream.
Now,
man.
that's okay. Now, for a lot of people, the dream is I want to be just a stage performer. I want to be just
right.
the theater, right? I want to just be an artist.
It's
Well, I'm here to
incredibly
tell you
rare.
that's not fucking realistic.
Yeah,
It's just not in today's
Incredibly rare, and also it only is getting harder with
right.
everything being more expensive.
Right. I mean, I'm not even.
yeah, I know.
Politics. Shut the fuck up. It's politics. Shut the
I understand.
But I have hit a place now where I'm like, I am doing the TikTok thing. I have my regular page where I sit and just talk to the camera.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have my Pendark TikTok page
Yeah.
where I announce the shows and I do all of that stuff. And then I have another one that I call the Mind and Madness.
Okay.
And the Mind and Madness is my daily thoughts. So I'm putting out thoughts like I just gave you earlier about, serenity comes from no longer being angry about what you're not.
Mm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's those daily thoughts. And
It's
I'm putting those out there.
People need
and-
to hear that.
And they do. And that's something that I've decided to do because I encounter more people every day that need that than don't.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%. You know, there's a lot of things with that, especially with younger people, or even, you know, people in their 30s or even in their 20s. We're also just not talking as much. Like we're
really not.
We're not talking to each other enough, and that was one thing I discovered when I started this podcast almost 2 years ago now. That it forced me to have. I mean, let's face it, we would have never had this long of a conversation, like, unless I was just like, hey, come do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not in person, at least, you know, like we're both busy, whatever, but we were able to carve out a time and do this. And like you said, putting out your thoughts like that, people do need to hear it, even if we're not going to be able to sit and talk or whatever, because there's so much stuff. Everybody's so busy now. Everything's so, you know, micro, whatever,
Right.
that people still need to hear things that are positive and good.
And that's something that I've kind of started getting into. I didn't think I was going to get into the whole TikTok thing, but I've started discovering, like, there's a couple of them out there. Okay, I'm going to say this. I absolutely fucking despise ASMR. It hurts my ears. Okay, I can't do it.
Okay.
The people. Okay, you know what
Let me sell you something on that.
Don't. Oh, that shit drives me crazy.
I'm telling you right now, if you were in full Pendark and like the leather vest, you know, and you were like had a mic up to, you know, and you're like rubbing a knife on your like leather whips, like with the mic up close. I mean,
maybe.
We might need to do this.
You know, we'll try a couple and see what happens.
Like even if you hate it, just like the visual and the sound, just like.
Well, I do know. Let me show you this. This is something I learned how to do. And I'm not going to talk about the setting where I learned how to do this because there's
leaving out the good parts.
There's a story. Oh, okay. Well, all right. So in my early 30s, there was some experimentation.
When I want to know the age range where you weren't experimenting.
Okay, I have been experimenting with something since I was 19.
Yeah, something new every time.
And I'm probably not going to be done experimenting with new shit until I'm like, you know, I think I am going to pull the ultimate joke, and I am not going to retire until exactly 69.
Hell yeah.
I think I've decided that.
That's awesome. Please
right?
don't. Please.
I'm 54 right now. That gives me 15 more years.
Oh, yeah.
Right? 15 more years to do my shit. Now, I will tell you, I've reached a place in my life where I'll go back to the other story in a minute. I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, that made you think of 69.
Yeah,
so I can only imagine.
I haven't forgotten. I'll go back to that.
Got it.
But I've reached a place in my life where your body starts doing this thing. Going back to that, right? Your body starts doing this thing. You like how this ADD shit works? Your body starts doing this thing where just middle of the night, one night, you're trying to sleep, and your body goes, "Hey, dude." And you go, "What?" "We should have a second puberty."
Yeah.
Fuck. Are you sure that's a good idea? And my body goes, "Yeah, it'll be fun. You remember what it was like, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do," which is why I don't want to do it again.
Yeah. Please, God, no.
And I will say this, when you're 12, even, you know, sometimes 18, 19, 22, and you're standing in a grocery store, and you spring a spontaneous boner in a grocery store. There's always
those
right?
stopped for some people.
Right? Okay. Now, there's always at least one chick that goes, "Oh, that's cute, right? Oh, you poor thing. That's so cute, right? Right?"
Oh my God.
Now, at the age of 52, that is not the case. At the age of 52, you stand in a grocery store and you spring a spontaneous boner, and all of a sudden you're suspect of every possible crime that ever happened anywhere in the city around you.
You gotta get the fuck out of there.
You're like,
You gotta wear a paper sack over your head and get the hell out
I
of
cannot.
it.
I will tell you now. I will tell you now
Oh my God.
that the. I will tell you now that the QT store.
Quick Trips.
In the heart of Dallas.
Okay.
I'm kicked out and never allowed to go back.
What the fuck?
It was a total accident. Okay.
That's a corn dog.
Right?
That's a corn
It's a
dog.
total-
This is a taquito.
They're like, "What are you smuggling?" I'm like, "Nothing." Liar. Anyway,
They
So-
think that you're stealing something.
it's happened once.
Oh my God.
Okay, now-
that's how big his cock is, guys.
No, okay, no. See, that's a lie. See, it's not so much that
Okay.
as okay. I'm just going to tell you what a friend of mine called me. Okay,
Okay.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
Dude.
Okay,
You're preaching
Right.
to the choir. Like,
right.
oh
okay,
my gosh.
so
It goes from zero to.
But when it does,
yes.
I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm in public. Anyway, right? And when you're 52, it's not the same as when you were 12, but your body still goes, wasn't that cool? No.
Put that thing in a straitjacket,
Right.
dude. You got
Or-
the hardware.
Or the other thing is, I cannot believe I've just spent 10 minutes talking about my dick. Anyway,
That's right. It's fine. That's exactly what this podcast is.
or there's another thing that occurs, right? Along with that, there's another thing that occurs. I have not, since the age of 40, been able to pee without farting. I just, I miss being able to do that. I mean,
That was not at all. I was like, what? Oh my God. Oh.
sorry, was that a little, that
No, that's so
took you by
funny.
surprise there?
That's so
I-
funny.
That is one thing I
You
do
can't-
miss from my 20s is
You
being
can't
able to pee without farting.
That's
Yeah.
so funny, dude.
I'll be standing there and thinking I'm being all nonchalant and everything, you know. Trickle, trickle. I'm looking around behind me and shit, like, you know, make sure the guy that walked in doesn't go. Or, you know, the other one that's really annoying is when you're done. After the age of 45, well, for me, after the age of about 45, 48,
Mm-hmm.
you can stand there for, it does not matter how vigorously or for how long you shake that son of a bitchin' thing. There's going to be one fucking drop. And it always hits the front of your drawer
Oh my God.
the minute you,
And if you're wearing khakis, you're screwed.
totally screwed.
That's
And you know, those are the things that come with being older that I look at and go, okay, I will, you know, it's like the Professor X thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll trade my spine and I'll trade my hair for cosmic phenomenal brain power, right? So I have reached the point where, fuck yeah, I'm going to build all these talents. I'm going to do all this stuff.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'll trade getting laid 3 times a week, and I'll trade, you know, being able to pee without farting. You know, I'll trade all that for being probably the most talented guy I know.
That you are.
Right?
Like that. It's,
I'll trade that.
Yeah. That's
Right?
really cool.
And that's where I'm at. Is in life. Like I said, serenity comes when you start appreciating what you are instead of being pissed off at what you're not. Right?
Hell
So
yeah,
that's
dude.
where I'm at. I'm going to appreciate everything I am, and I'm going to keep continuing to try and grow everything that I am. I've got a manuscript for a book that I've just finished.
You wrote a book.
I wrote a book.
Hell yeah, dude.
It may end up being 2 books because it's really fucking long. But it's the first. I'll say it this way. The first half is called "The Darkness Within,"
Okay.
and it's poems and short stories that come from that dark, angry place where I was in my head.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and it's there's some twisted stuff in there. If you think Edgar Allan Poe-esque
Yeah,
kind of stuff,
sure.
it's some of that kind of stuff, but on a modern level, right?
Yeah.
And then the other half is my advice on how not to let the darkness win, how to grow beyond the darkness, right?
Yeah.
I haven't decided on the title for that half yet.
Yeah, don't share it here.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you to keep it but until you
Yeah.
get it all.
I
published
haven't
and
decided on the title for that half yet, but it's going to be two halves of the same story.
Yeah.
And I may even publish one with a black cover and one with a white cover, or one with, like shadow and mist, and one with sunlight.
Yeah.
I may do that whole contrast thing so that you can see visually the transition between what's in the first one and what's in the second one.
That's incredible, dude. That's nice. Yeah, Professor Pendark, the man, the mystical man of many talents. You were so much more than the magician that I met. There's seems like an endless amount of things that you could tell me. like you seem like you gotta, and I don't know. We can cut this out, but I think you were considering starting a podcast, possibly, because it seems you have a great voice.
I have considered it. In fact, if you know somebody that produces one,
Hey.
yeah, I have considered it. And I think it would be along the lines of that. It would be, you know what? What the hell? I'll give a title for it. It would be From the Darkness to the Light.
Hell yeah.
Okay. It would be
Awesome.
the little life's lessons that I've learned along the way, from that dark, angry, pissed off 24-year-old to this weird, crazy, eccentric, full of stories 54-year-old.
Yeah.
That in between, there's stuff I haven't even touched on yet. You can imagine.
I know. I can tell. Like as deep as we've gotten, we're just at the surface of Professor Pendark,
right? And I think it would be fun to do that. I think it would be fun to actually do a podcast. So if you want to think about it.
No, I think like we definitely need to talk about it. Is there anything before I wrap this up? Is there anything that you want to do? Share?
I got one more for you.
You got one more to send us out? Yeah. All right.
Got one more to send you out with.
Okay.
Now I told you a little bit about the Houdini thing, and he's one of my inspirations, right?
Right.
Well,
okay.
This right here is actually a story about Harry Houdini. Okay. This is one of my all-time favorite pieces of magic, and I have adapted it to being a story about Harry Houdini. Now, Harry Houdini was called the King of Cards and the King of Escapes. Okay. So what we're going to do right here is an escape trick using cards.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take Harry. We're going to place him right there. I want you to put your hand on him. Again, to use that phrase, so there's no jiggery-pokery. I don't change him. I don't move him. Okay?
Right.
We're going to put him right there. And I'm going to tell you, what we're doing right here is we're simulating the time he was locked in a cage in the streets of London in nothing but his boxer shorts and a bunch of chains and shackles. Okay. And I'm going to tell you how I think he got out of that. Okay. And I think his wife, Bess, is actually the one that helped him get out of that. Okay. We're going to say that's Bess right there. And a lot of people don't know that Harry Houdini, before he became a magician, he was a locksmith. And I believe that he developed a very special skeleton key based on the locks of the day, and that's what he would use to get out. And Bess would carry that key in her cheek.
Mm.
Because every time you saw Houdini locked up like that, Bess would walk over and she'd plant a kiss on Harry. And I think she was passing him that key, and that's what he would later use to get out.
With a kiss.
Right.
Okay.
And I think that's what she would later use to get out. Now, I'm going to tell you, we don't know for sure that that's how it was done. Go ahead and open the cage. All right. We don't know for sure how that's how it was done, because Harry's kind of a joker. He did not leave us all of his secrets.
What the fuck?
Okay. But I do know.
Can I show the camera?
Yeah, go ahead and show the camera.
This is a joker now.
All right. Now,
hell yeah.
I do know, though,
Holy shit.
that anytime Harry was locked up and Bess would walk over and plant that kiss, I do know that Harry would end up standing right back behind the crowd.
Damn.
Right next to his wife, Bess. where they started.
What the fuck, dude?
So that's one of my all-time favorite pieces of magic. I thought I'd leave you with that.
Professor Pendark, ladies and gentlemen, you've been an all-time guest. This has been so fun for me. Thank you so much for sharing these.
And overly educational for the younger ones.
It's been so fun. It was so awesome getting to open for you as a performer. That's like a huge mark on my
Yeah, and we
my
need
journey.
we need to contact the Waco Performing Arts Community Center and tell them we want to do that again.
Oh yeah.
We need
Okay.
I've been told there is possible opportunities for that, so we need to
Hell
contact them
yeah.
and let them know we want to do it again.
Okay. You and I, let's do that. Let's do it again. Come and see us. Hit those links in the show notes for Professor Pendark, and come see him at the Skellington open air markets. And
Oh yeah, if you actually do give a shit to know any of any of what I do, just go out to pendarkproductions.com
Yes.
and that links to all my socials.
okay, perfect. Yeah, that will be in the description of it wherever you're listening to the podcast. It'll be there. Click it, see what's going on. Follow him on everything. And thank you again so much for coming here
Absolutely.
and sharing with us. Oh, it was awesome. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. Good night.
I see you have chosen the right path. Henceforth, you will be known as a WIMP. Welcome to the worst impressions.